Welcome to the 1 Minute Bible Break. We are now in Acts chapter 5, and this story of the early church and the first believers is really ramping up. Things are spreading rapidly, and it's getting really interesting and exciting. The believers are still meeting together in the temple courts to pray and worship each day, and they're preaching the gospel of Jesus, and the apostles are performing signs and wonders. People are being healed, and there's just such a stir and so much commotion around this. And of course, the religious leaders in that time in Jerusalem, the same ones that put Jesus to death, they're seeing this happen, and they're thinking, how are we going to put a stop to this? So they call the apostles in to be questioned and grilled and threatened and intimidated. They even put them in prison, and miraculously an angel of the Lord comes and sets them free from prison. And so it just seems like it's unstoppable. So once again, the religious leaders pull in the apostles, try to get them to stop. And as they're thinking through these things, this wise leader among them named Gamaliel says something profound. In Acts 5:38 and 39, he says, "Therefore, in the present case, I advise you, leave these men alone. Let them go. If their purpose or activity is of human origin, it will fail. But if it is from God, you will not be able to stop these men. You will only find yourselves fighting against God." Listen, it can be hard sometimes to know just what God is up to and discern what he is doing. There can be times of commotion and chaos where you just aren't quite sure what God is doing. But it is so encouraging and humbling to think about those words that if this is of human origin, it's ultimately going to fail. But if it's of God, it cannot be stopped. And I'd like you to think about this question: can the same thing be said of your life? Can the same thing be said of our church? Let's reflect on that question and trust that if God is in it, it can't be stopped. Ponder that and fill your life with God's word this week.